Hello, in this video I want to show you the, in my opinion, perfect winback flow. I've audited over 100 Klaviyo accounts over the past 6 years, and I've seen some pattern when it comes to the winback flow. And we've done dozens and dozens of tests, and we're now at a point where the winback flow for our clients is one of the highest generating email flows for them. And especially the importance of the winback flow is to get your customers to repurchase. So what I want to do in this video is to show you how the perfect winback flow needs to look like, how it needs to be structured, and what kind of emails it needs to contain. But first of all, I want to show you some of the results that we got for our clients. So here you see the first client that generated over 22,000 euros in the past 30 days with his winback flow. Then you see the next screenshot in which our client has generated nearly 11,000 pounds in the last 30 days with his winback flow. And then in the last screenshot, you can see our client that has generated nearly 10,000 euros with his winback flow. And I want to show you how you can generate a lot of revenue with your winback flow and make it one of your top performing flows and get your customers to repurchase from your brand. So let's dive into the video. Let's start with the first email of your winback flow. The first email of your winback flow should be sent around 10 days after your post-purchase flow has ended. So your customer is going through your post-purchase flow. Once that has ended, there's a 10-day time delay, and then your winback flow starts. What I'm seeing a lot of e-commerce brands are doing wrong is that the winback flow will just start after 90 days or 120 days or 180 days after the customer has placed an order. That makes no sense. You cannot just take a random number and say, okay, my winback flow will start after this time. It needs to be different for each brand out there. And your winback flow should start right after the post-purchase flow has ended because you need to get your customers to repurchase. And this is the first email that you can send for your e-commerce brand. The subject line could be, do you need a boost? And what you want to do is you want to remind them of your product and that they have not purchased in a while. And what you do is you remind them, like I'm showing here, then you tell them about the things that they're currently missing on. So you want to create a sense of what is called in marketing psychology, fear of loss. You need to tell them what they're losing out on because they're not repurchasing. You're losing out on this benefit, this benefit, this benefit. So for example, for Yokohama, it would be you're missing out on sustained energy without a crash, anti-aging, reduced inflammation, and so on. So you want to remind them of that because they want to have these benefits. And if you tell them, if you're not buying our product and our product is empty in your shelf, then you will lose on all of these benefits here. And this will get them to purchase. And then the next thing that they're doing really well is to add this section here in the email where they are promoting their subscription offer. Save 20% on every order with an Yokohama subscription. So you're not just telling someone, hey, these are the benefits that you're missing out on, but you're also telling them, hey, we have a subscription. You can save 20% and basically get all of these benefits and save 20%. Great way. And then they're ending the email with this review section here that creates trust through social proof. And you can create a similar email like this. And basically what you want to do is you want to create fear of loss in their minds. You want to make them an offer. You want to tell them that they have not placed an order in a while. And you want to create some trust with reviews. And this is an ideal first email of the winback flow. If this video was useful so far, you can also check out this video here in which I talk a little bit more in depth about the winback flow, especially about how to set it up, what settings to use, when it should trigger, what kind of flow triggers we have, the messaging, the time delays, and it's all a little bit more visualized, especially because we're going into some client accounts and I'll show you how it looks like for them. So if that's interesting to you, you can check out this video. Otherwise, let's get back to the video. Now let's talk about the second email you should add to your winback flow. In the first email of the winback flow, we just try to give our customers a soft nudge to get them to repurchase. But what we need to do from now on is to be a lot more aggressive and really pushy because these customers have placed an order maybe once and we need to do everything we can to get them to repurchase because most e-commerce brands out there are not really profitable on the initial purchase. And even if they are, they'll probably make $1 or $2 in profit. But the majority of profits that they can make are lying in repurchases. And so we need to capitalize on that and get customers to repurchase. Now, what you need to do is you need to identify your best performing offers, whatever it might be. Buy two, get one free. Credit sale offer like the one that I will show you in a second. Or high percentage discounts. Whatever it is, you need to add it to your Winback flow to get your customers to repurchase. And you should not just try 10% or 15% offer. It won't work. You need something really aggressive that a lot of customers will actually use and repurchase from you. So let's have a look at this example here. Here, what we have created is a credit sale email. It looks like it's generated from a computer, and it's one of the highest performing offers for this client here. And basically what we have is we will show the email of the client, of the customer. Here we will have the credit that we added to their account, the expiration date, and then it looks like a computer generated email that has the credit, some urgency just for 4 days, the account email, the credit, the link will apply and redeem the credit at checkout automatically, CTA, and they have to spend at least $75. So if we break this email down, then the subject line is $14.71 store credit has been added to your account. So if you run a store credit sale like this one, you need a random number. It shouldn't be $15. It should be something super, super random. So it actually sounds like you've received a credit. The second thing is, this is a great subject line. And what you want to do is you want to send this email around 5 days after the first email of the Winback flow. And basically, this email looks like it's computer generated. It triggers reciprocity because we've just added $14.71 in manually credit to your account. It sounds like someone gifted you something. And so you want to reciprocate that and do something back. And in this case, what people would do is to purchase. Then we have urgency by saying only for 4 days. The discount code will be, or in this case, the credit will be applied automatically. And we have a big CTA in here. That's a great email that you can add to your Winback flow. And I think we have this email for most of our clients as the second email of the Winback flow. I can guarantee you this angle and this email works. Now let's talk about the third email of the Winback flow. So we sent the first email and we added a $14.71 credit to the account of customers. And now what we want to do is we want to remind them, or remind all of the customers that did not use that offer to use it because the credit will expire. And so the way that we will do that is by using urgency. So in the subject line, we're saying your $14.71 store credit expires tonight. Create urgency. And then if we look into the email, what we see is that, again, account email, the credit that we added to their account, and then we can also see the expiration date. And this is something that will appear dynamically. So whatever date it will be, so for example, today is the 4th of February, this will be shown here dynamically for the customer. So it really thinks, okay, this credit will expire tonight. Whereas if we would just say your credit will expire tonight, doesn't really mean anything, right? Now, then we have the tag here and again, and we say today on the 11th of August at 11:59 p.m., your $14.71 credit will expire. Redeem your credit now before it expires. Click the link and it will be redeemed. And we will redeem your credit at checkout, CTA, and you need to spend at least $75. So this is a reminder email that uses urgency to get customers to repurchase. Because this offer is amazing, you just need a reminder. And if you spice the reminder up with some personalization and some urgency, then you will get a lot more customers to use this offer. And so we have a reminder, we have this personalization section here. Not only we're showing the email and the name, but also the date. We're using urgency in the subject line, here in the email a few times. And then we have, again, a big CTA so they can just click on and the store credit will be redeemed automatically. Great email that you definitely need to have in your Winback flow too. Now let's talk about the fourth email of the Winback flow. Just to give you a quick recap. So soft nudge, your best performing offer, reminder of your best performing offer. Now what you want to do is you want to take the second best performing offer and add it to your Winback flow. And so for most e-commerce brands, it will be something like buy two, get one free. The credit sale that I've just shown you. It could be 30% off, just like in the case of JV Coffee. Or it could also be 20% off plus you get this product worth $15 for free. Whatever it might be, you need to analyze your data and your campaigns and promotions, and you need to find out what are your best two performing offers and add them to your Winback flow. So now, the fourth email of the Winback flow could look like this. Flash sale, 30% off store-wide, 8 days later, so 8 days after the last email, so day 16. And you have a beautiful email. And if we break this down, it's a flash sale, so it creates urgency. Again, you see that you need to try and use different angles and especially urgency, because it's not only about giving someone a discount, it's also to push them to make the purchase today and to explain to them why they should make the purchase today. And if you use urgency, then it gives them a reason to act now, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. And that's what you want to do. And that's how urgency helps you with that. Now, in this email, flash sale to create urgency, then you see the big benefit, which is 30% off here. So big discount. Beautiful header image. And then what you have is, again, urgency. For limited time only, take 30% off everything in our store. And then again, don't delay, this promotion will be over in a flash. And then we have a big CTA here as well. And this is the fourth email of the Winback flow that you can just implement. So whatever your second best offer is, add that to your Winback flow, add some urgency to it, and then you can create an email like JV Coffee has done here, and you will get a lot of your customers to repurchase. Now, let's talk about the fifth email of the Winback flow. So we sent the initial email, which was 30% off, and now this is the reminder email. And the subject line is last chance, 30% off store-wide. This email will be sent around 2 days later, 2 days after the last email. And what you can see here is it's, first of all, it's a reminder, and second of all, it's focused on urgency, because we have urgency here in the subject line, last chance. We have urgency here in the headline, last chance, and we've also got urgency here in the body copy where JV Coffee is saying you've only got 4 hours left, go. Now, this is really good. Plus, what I also have is they're stating their offer really well, because here it says 30% off store-wide, and this is a GIF, so it's running through and it's getting bigger and darker. And then they finish the email with a CTA. And just like that, soft nudge, first email of the Winback flow, and second one will be your best performing offer, and the fourth and fifth email of your Winback flow will be your second best performing offer. So initial offer and then a reminder, and especially the reminder should contain urgency, just like here in this case. Now let's talk about the final email you need to add to your Winback flow to make it perfect. The last email of your Winback flow should be a Winback flow survey. And the reason why is that your customer has not repurchased. So in order to get more of your customers to repurchase and to increase your repurchase rate and lifetime value, you need to understand why they have not repurchased. And this is why you have your Winback flow survey. So here's an example that we have created for one of our clients. And it says, hey Idris, it's Jelte. He's the founder or one of the founders. I noticed you haven't ordered from Zapply in a while. Our customers matter a lot to us. So I'd love to understand what we can do better and how we can improve your experience. It only takes a few clicks to share your feedback, promise, and it helps us more than you think. Start the survey now. Appreciate you, Jelte, co-founder Zapply. This is a great email, especially because of the subject line. The subject line is probably one of the best subject lines you can choose, and especially for surveys, it's just perfect. You want to send this email 7 days after your last email. So after you've pretty much ended your flash sale. And if we break this email down, first, it's from the founder. It's super personal. Second, it sounds really easy to fill out the survey and share your feedback. And third, it has a big and visible CTA in here where they can just click on it and will be directed to the survey. Now, the question is, okay, what kind of questions will I have in the survey? I've got you. So the questions you will ask in your survey is, the first one will be, why did you buy from Zaply in the first place? So you want to understand why they've purchased from you. It just gives you great insight into the reasons, and you will give them, it will be a multiple choice question. So reason A, B, C, D, and the last one will be a free text field. So they click on other, and then it will be a free text field that they can fill out. The second question will be honest. What holds you back from ordering again? And you give them the most common reasons that you think they have not repurchased. Maybe they still have some supplements from Zaply. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe they had some issues when they ordered the product, whatever it might be. And you will add these reasons in here. And then you always want to add a free text field. So they click on other, and then this free text field will appear, and then they can type in their answer in there. And the last question, so it will have a lot more questions, but these are the most important ones. The last question will be, can we do something so you order from us again? This is one question, and it will be a yes/no question. If they say yes, the next question will be, what can we do to make you order from us again? Great question. And they will say, I want a discount, or I don't understand how to use this product, or whatever it might be. And you can take this information and you can improve your post-purchase flow. You can improve your website. You can improve your ads with these information. And it's super important that you get them, because only when you get the right information and you use them, you can improve. And when you improve, especially in e-commerce, most of the times you'll make more money. So these are the 6 emails that you need to add to your Winback flow to also generate 10,000, 20,000 per month with your Winback flow and make it one of your best performing email flows. And if this video was useful and you want to learn more about how to create your Winback flow, you can watch this video here, where I will go more in depth into how to create a Winback flow. We will go into a Klaviyo account from one of our clients, and I will show you how it's structured, what settings we have in there, what emails we have in there, and it will be a lot easier for you to create your own Winback flow. And if you want our help to create a Winback flow like this, and maybe even other flows for your brand, then you can click the first link in the description. And if you qualify, what we will do is we will audit your Klaviyo account, and I will tell you how we would structure the Winback flow for your brand specifically. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.